This is my presentation on improving safety on UNM campus at night. The main issue I'd like to address is the fact that staff and students feel unsafe leaving night classes. Leaving night classes, many students and staff are approached by strangers, feel threatened, unsafe, or uncomfortable walking to their cars, shuttles, or dorms following nighttime classes after dark when it's after dark. To give you some reasons why some people are comfortable when it's after dark on campus, I'd like to address the crime in Albuquerque. Although crime has dropped in some areas, such as robbery, violent crime such as homicide has risen 50% in Albuquerque just in the last year alone. Specifically, crime surrounding the UNM campus, the main streets surrounding campus are flooded with crimes ranging from shootings, robbery, and peace disturbance. There are even areas that have had between maybe 5 to 20 reports of crime in the last year. These are the streets where many students park or have to wait for shuttles. And walking to these areas or even sitting and waiting in these areas can be quite terrifying, especially when it's in an ill-lit area and knowing the amount of crime and what kind of crime has happened there in the past. To put it in perspective about the New Mexico crimes, the violent crimes in Albuquerque, the rate is 75% higher compared to the New Mexico average, and that's 248% higher than when parallel to the national average. So to put that in perspective, the website areavibes.com has put together a list of facts that kind of compare how Albuquerque is to the rest of the nation. And these facts are that in Albuquerque, you have a 1 in 12 chance of becoming a victim of any crime, violent or not. Albuquerque is safer than only 1% of the cities in the United States. And for every 100,000 people, there are 23.93 daily crimes that occur in Albuquerque. I don't know about you, but that makes me scared to walk around on campus at night. So with statistics like these, how could anyone not feel unsafe with the amount of crime that happens right outside the classroom door? So something must be done. So here's my proposal to reduce the fear of being on campus at night. This is a 3-step process. The first step being UNM would need to schedule staggered nighttime classes, meaning they end at different times. The second step would be UNM security routes lining up with these classes. And the third step would be piecing these together to put this plan in action. So let's go a little bit further into each one of these steps. Step 1 would be having night classes scheduled to end about 10 to 15 minutes apart from each other, or having all the night classes in one building released at the same time. This could help make scheduling the routes easier. Step 2 is we gain the cooperation of UNM security or campus police to help monitor these areas outside of these classrooms. Step 3 would be using existing security personnel. We would reroute them to be outside the classroom buildings when classes are being released at night. They would stay for about 10 to 15 minutes to monitor the area for any threats, and they would have the time to stay due to the class release times being staggered. The outcome of this? While security is monitoring the area, students and staff can feel safer knowing that there is some force of authority nearby. They could even do escorts to cars, the shuttles, or the dorms for anyone that continues to feel unsafe as they walk home. I would also like to think that the presence of security around all these people would help reduce the crime actually in this area, because then the criminals would feel threatened to come up and cause problems when there's security around. Most people would believe that this would cost the university quite a bit of money, but here's the thing. We wouldn't have to hire any new personnel. We would simply just have to reroute the security at hand to be at the right place at the right time. The feeling of safety would cost nothing to the university or to UNM security. Well, the result of this, well, that would be that we would use resources we already have. It's going to cost no money, and it reduces the fear and risk of students and staff being on campus at night. It could also possibly make a community impact on lowering crime rates around the university during the night. I would like to thank you for taking the time to listen to my idea and pitch, and I hope you take it into consideration into helping make our campus a safer place at night.